that's also of notoriety that makes it seem like the first situation of divorce was okay because you can upgrade. Like, you know, you've got the idea that moving on is fine, which obviously if there was no repercussions to breaking up and obviously living, you wouldn't do it as often if the public perception is that everything will be fine. However, I also feel like the unhappiness within the relationship needs to be enough in terms of like the layering of what you said, what level is it? Is it the abusive side of things? Is it, you know, this is really affecting my mental health? Is it all of these underlying issues that make it the reason why you've broke up? That totally makes sense. Or is it just the carelessness of actually it was just an aesthetic relationship, which basically means that you just fell in love with the beauty. You fell in love with the idea of what this relationship would feel like, rather than actually the deepness of what that relationship is. That is the distinction, because there's so many situations that I even know when we were growing up where it's like the falseness of what this person thinks this relationship will be like, i.e., oh, this guy's got money. Oh, this guy's got X, Y, Z. Yeah. But actually, you then find out that no, everything's on finance. Not to mention that actually his whole finance situation is going down the drain. Yeah. So
I also think what's changing is the idea that you have one soulmate. I think people are growing out of that idea and they are thinking. Yeah, I think people also believe that, oh, if I'm happy, at some point I could be happier at another stage in my life. Yeah.
So it's wanting more.
It's wanting more, yeah, you know, it's never enough, you know, and I think that whilst there could also be that, there's also the side of what happens if someone outgrows their partner in a relationship. You know, there's
But what, you know, what is that though? When you say outgrowing,
it could be the breadwinner is no longer the breadwinner.
But that is just like, the way I view that situation is that if there's some sort of dynamic shift where the breadwinner is no longer the breadwinner, i.e. from a male perspective, yeah, if a woman, a female, is now doing amazing and she is the breadwinner and she's taken over, I can't see how that is a loss in our partnership. Do you know what I mean? I can't see why that's a detriment in our partnership.
Yeah, that might not be, but it might not be.
Especially if we have kids.
From other points of view, they might think that, well, that's what I wanted from my man.
Yeah, that's the thing. You gotta consider our biological formatting. Like it's not something that we choose to do. It's in our DNA. We are meant to provide and protect women. It's just in our DNA. So if you remove that from us, even a man will go crazy at home. Even if the wife is just great, don't worry about it. I'm making money. We're gonna have a great life. Don't worry. Retire. Chill. You will still be sat there going, you'll feel so inadequate that you're going to want to find a woman to protect, and that is not your wife. And that's what causes cheating and stuff like that. There are so many deeper level to human beings that people would just keep it on the surface, like, oh, you know, it's because of no, bro, you got to pay attention to literally what God told you are first. And that's what universe, nature, see in nature. See, like if we deviate too much from our positions in nature, it will create some problems.
But see, my thing with that is that me being in a relationship doesn't make me masculine or not masculine. So whatever is happening in the relationship doesn't make me a man or less of a man, if that makes sense. Right. So whether or not my partner is earning more than me doesn't make me more of a man or less of a man. I earn what I earn. Well, if I'm sponging off her, it's a completely different situation.
Yeah, that's the difference.
But that is on you as a man. Yeah. Like true. What you earn is what you earn. Yeah. If your missus comes up to you and says, "Oh, stop working, babe. I'm a millionaire. It's fine." Yeah. And you decide to stop working. That's on you. I mean, that's on you. Yeah. If she puts a gun to your head and says, "Stop working," obviously it's a different situation. True. That's when I'm like, But going back to your question, that's when I'm like, okay, the levels. Yes, you need to go away from your partner. But if you leave your partner, this is just coming from a male perspective. Yeah. If you leave your partner because she's now become the breadwinner, you feel uncomfortable because she's the breadwinner. I mean, if you're my boy and you come up to me and say, "Hey man, my missus is earning more than me and I feel uncomfortable and I feel demasculated," basically. I mean, I say, "Have you stopped working?" Yeah. That's the first
Well, you do his job like
bro. Like
that's more of an ego issue, and that's a very unlikely scenario. But I think what would actually happen is if a man who was the breadwinner is no longer a breadwinner, it's more likely that the female is going to leave the man than the man leaving the female.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying now that you're the breadwinner, she feels she's bossed up
actually,
I can do better than you, what?
yeah, I'll be the bigger boss. Yeah, that's more than that. That's more likely than the other way around, just because of the nature of what Sammy's explained.
No, but what Sammy's explained is a real case, because I actually know someone that I spent time with from a TV sense. I'm not going to call his name out, but he felt demasculated, which is why he was like, yo, I can't, I don't want to be with this person. So like that, what Sammy's saying is very real, but what you're saying is also 100%.
Yeah. You say reality of it.
Yeah. It's like the thing.
You guys are missing the point. It's the female that's gonna leave. Don't worry about you.
But that's out of your control.
That's out of your control.
I kind of feel like from a man's perspective, if the woman left you because she's bossed up, it's kind of like, well, my bro, that you should good riddance.
Yes.
Because you don't need to be upset. I mean, it's going to be an upsetting period because it will really hurt.
Yes.
Most men's egos will definitely feel nagged. However, bro, you just chose the wrong one.
Yeah.
Because really, if she's bossed up, it should not be a problem. It should actually add to the fact that you are also doing your thing. And actually, how do we continue to win together?
This is a partnership, it'll help you boss up either.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's like, from a man's perspective and a woman's perspective, regardless of who is breadwinning, hopefully everyone's doing the same thing. Whatever the levels is, that's why you connected in the first place. Yeah. Hopefully.
Thank you. And I think that what brings it to the thing that really matters in a relationship. It has nothing to do with money. It has so it's the person's energy and your energy. Like, no matter how much money I make, no matter how much less I'm broke, the way I feel about you is the same, because you're the person that I go to for this. What is this? This that you define. Usually it's my love and my inspiration, everything I work for and do is because it's your picture in my mind every time. I love that you do that for me. So I think the minute people stop doing that for themselves, that's when the other problems, then we start looking at the money. Yeah.